Right, week 2, welcome back. So proud of the amount of you guys that were willing to reach out to me and really voice concerns or just quick questions or kind of just keep me in the loop of how you're feeling with everything. So I'm super, super proud of you guys. You're doing so well. I'm impressed. I can't believe how many of you guys are buying into this online process. So keep doing what you're doing. This is just a quick check-in. Most of this video is going to be screencastifies and me explaining how the week is going to look, as well as breaking down the reading schedule. I'm giving you guys options instead of purely kite runner work and reading. You're going to have a second option. So I need you guys to make sure you fill out a form that correlates with what choice you are going to be opting into, and then more to come on that. But again, great job guys, and keep doing what you're doing. All right, here we go, week 2. Guys, great job last week. I know I've already said it, but I'm super proud of you guys. And to all of you that leaned into the process, you are doing great. You have started off on the right foot. Right now I'm enjoying going over your songs, and I'm getting some to add to my playlist, so thank you for sharing. If you're thinking about grades, right up here, the 3 grades that will be inputted by the beginning of next week are check-in number 1, which is actually already inputted, exit ticket number 1, which is the rose and thorn, and it should be in by Saturday. So some of you guys that are waiting a little bit too long, make sure you're checking the due dates because they're on this agenda here. Number 3, the assignment for the week, that's that music assignment. I'll be checking the Padlet as well as your living document, and all of those are 10 points. So you're starting off 30 points. Should be a pretty easy 30 points. And if you didn't start off well, then you have the next 8 weeks to turn it around. Remember that office hours via Zoom on Tuesdays are optional from 12 to 12:30, and I'll post the link every Tuesday. So if you're feeling like you need some more clarification that these videos aren't giving you, then you gotta let me know. Remember, Monday is technically not a work day, but that's when I'm going to be posting all agendas. We're back to reading, and I'll explain that it's an alternative assignment in a sense. So some of you will choose to continue reading The Kite Runner, and some of you will choose option number 2, which is going to be outlined in the next screencastify after I finish the agenda. But here's the link to the options, so make sure that you click on that link to check out what the options are, and then you need to let me know via a Google form what choice you would like to do, all right? Tuesday, you have check-in number 2, which is going to ask you to respond to your classmates' Padlets. So you're going to need to have something to say about maybe a song that you really like as well and you forgot about, or maybe an explanation that they had of why they connected this song to these times. That will be due on Tuesday at 3:05. Week 2 assignment is a little bit longer than last week's assignment. For the rest of the year, we're going to be doing basically writing workshops each week on different kinds of writing and connecting them to different lenses. So this week is going to be fictional narrative writing from different multiple perspectives. There is a long, long introduction to that, and that link is here. I will go over that, and what I just want to reiterate to you guys is it's step by step. It's day by day. By no means am I expecting you to have a polished fictional narrative piece by Saturday, but I will be checking that you're making progress on it, because this digital storybook that we're creating isn't due until the end of school, okay? Thursday is your exit ticket number 2 for the week by 3:05 on Saturday. And this week's exit ticket is going to focus on the attribute of the week from last week because we didn't get around to doing it. And I thought it was a good one for Powerful Producer. As always, all work is technically due Saturday as usual. Okay, so here's some links to just extra links for you to be clicking on. Okay, so first things first is I've created 2 options for reading. Option 1 is you're going to keep going with Kite Runner. So fire truck, you are going to continue reading the book and then responding to questions pretty much bi-weekly. So right here you see that The proposed schedule is this week you would read through chapter 13, which you should be through chapter 12 after the spring break. And then after that, each week you'll have about 25, give or so, a few pages to read. And then about bi-weekly, you'll have those reading checks with a final kind of formal response due the Saturday after school ends. I know some of you may not be that bought into the book, so I decided to do something a little bit different, which is choice number 2. Option number 2 is to choose and read 5 short stories and then respond to them. There'll be a template for those 5 responses and what I'm kind of looking for. I definitely want to practice thesis writing. So you'll kind of be letting me know in those short stories, what were the overarching themes? What did you get from it? And there's a little bit more wiggle room in this pacing because we have more than 5 weeks left. So in the 8 weeks, you have 5 short stories to read. Short doesn't necessarily mean like 4 paragraphs. Some of them are going to take you about, 20, 30 minutes to read. But I want you to be exploring different literature, especially in this time when I can offer you that option. So there's some links down here to websites with a bunch of different short stories. But if you're like, actually, I already have thought of one, or maybe you've been wanting to read a specific short story, just propose it to me before just going ahead and reading it, because some of them I need to make sure that they're appropriate. For that Saturday, same thing, 5:30, May 30th, the Saturday that we are done with school. All 5 of those responses need to be recorded and in Google Classroom for me to take a look at. So those are your 2 options for the reading component of class. I know that right now it might be seeming like we're not going at a super quick pace, but remember that's on purpose. I'm trying to ease you guys back into this, and online school is a little bit different. And if you're not great with time management, then you might be struggling a little bit. So throwing in this reading component along with the writing component that I'm about to explain in the next couple of minutes, it'll be more for you. So just step by step, and don't get too worried about it, all right? And reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm sure that someone will, and I'm happy to answer them. Sawyer Brown is wishing you a great week too. Over and out.